Hello, dears. Today's vocabulary classes are devoted to English idioms. What is an idiom? Idioms are fixed expressions whose meaning is not immediately obvious from looking at the individual words in the idiom. You will come across a great many idioms when you listen to or read English. So it is important that you learn about the meanings of idioms and about how they are used. There are a great many idioms in English language, but some of them sound rather old-fashioned or are not very widely used. But it doesn't mean that idioms are not used in today's language. They are full of English idioms which are used in a daily basis. So let's get introduced with the idioms more closer. We have said that idioms are expressions which have a meaning that is not obvious from the individual words. Some English learners have a mistake by trying to translate idioms word for word, but it is incorrect way. You should try to get the meaning of the idiom from the context. Most idioms are fixed in their form and cannot be changed override. As it can be difficult to work out that what idiom means, you will often need to look them up in the dictionary. So there are special dictionaries for idioms. You can use this type of dictionaries. So why do we need to learn idioms? Idioms are useful for two reasons. They help us to improve our level of English. And secondly, it helps to understand native speakers. If you want to sound natural, you should try to use idioms in your speech and you should be able to understand native speakers' speech as well. So, do you know what are the types of idioms? There are different types of idioms. The first of them is proverb. Some idioms are imaginative expressions such as proverbs or sayings like too many cooks spoil the broth. Early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. There are so many sayings and proverbs, and we refer to them as being idioms. Other idioms are short expressions that are used for a particular purpose. For example, get lost. This is short expression, but meaning is equal to the whole sentence. Some are considered as idioms because their form is fixed. For certain, for sure, for sale. So these kind of fixed expressions are also referred as idioms. Next type is called similar. In similars, we mostly notice the words like as and like. For example, white like a chalk, as free as a bird. So these are similars. The next type is called binomial. Binomials are the combination of two words which are similar in pronunciation with the help of and or. For example, safe and sound, pros and cons, ups and downs. So these are binomials. And the next type is from grammatical point of view, we distinguish word plus object complement, prepositional phrase, compound or whose clauses or sentences. For example, to cut a short story long. So this is also an idiom which has got word plus object complement. So let's look through some idioms and try to understand their meanings. He spilled the beans. Do you know the meaning of this idiom? Spill the beans. Of course, it's very difficult to understand it from one sentence. If it is in the context or in a text, so it will be more easier to understand the meaning. But here, it's not possible. That's why let's see the definition for this idiom. So he spilled the beans, meaning He told the secret. Get off my back. The meaning of this idiom is leave me alone. We were in stitches. What do you think? What is the meaning of this idiom? We were laughing very hard. He kicked the bucket. It means he died. Go fly a kite. The meaning of the idiom is go away. She was dressed to kill. She was dressed in her finest clothing. It means she was looking wonderful. I'm at the end of my rope. It means I'm so frustrated. You have to bite the bullet. You need to put up with this difficult situation. Teachers always stick to their guns. It means teachers never change their opinions. Money talks. Have you heard about that new TV? Money influences a lot of people. So there are another group of common idiomatic expressions and phrases. So let's look through them. A penny for your thoughts. It means a way of asking someone what they are thinking about. A penny for your thoughts. This idiom is used when you ask someone about what they are thinking about. Add insult to injury. To make a bad situation even worse. Once in a blue moon. This expression is used when you refer to the event that happens rarely. See eye to eye. This idiom means being agree on something with many people. For example, if you say, I always see eye to eye with my mother, it means so your opinions about the things are similar. Hear it on the grapevine. It means to hear a rumor about something or someone. Miss a boat. This idiom is used to say that someone missed his or her chance at something. Kill two birds with one stone. It means to do two things at the same time. On the ball. When someone understands the situation well. Cut corners. When something is done badly to save money. To hear something straight from the horse's mouth. It means to hear something from the authoritative sources. Cost an arm and a leg. When something is very expensive, we use this idiom. The last straw. The final problem in a series of problems. If you paid attention, we have got the Uzbek equivalents for each of these idioms. Can you find them? Take what someone says with a grain of salt. This means not to take what someone says too seriously. There is a big possibility that what he or she says is only partly true. Sit on the fence. This is used when someone does not want to choose or make a decision. The best of both worlds. All the advantages. Put wool over other people's eyes. This means to deceive someone into thinking well of them. There is another expression, idiomatic expression with this meaning. So if you search from the dictionaries, you can find the other meanings as well. Speak of the devil. This idiomatic expression is used when the person you have just been talking about arrives. Feeling a bit under the weather. It means feeling ill. For example, if your friend offers you, let's go to shopping today, and you say, sorry, I am feeling a bit under the weather. We can divide idioms into different categories according to their meaning. So we have idioms of body parts, idioms of animals, nature, food, money, sport, and colors. Let's look through one of them, idioms with body parts. Two-faced. We use this idiom to refer to someone deceitful and insincere. For example, if you say, don't believe her, she is two-faced, it means she can lie to you. Take the words out of somebody's mouth. This expression means to say exactly what someone else is going to say. Catch somebody's eye. The meaning is someone you find attractive. All ears, you are listening very attentively. If your friend is talking about an interesting story from her life, so you can say, I am here, I am all ears. It means that you are listening to the story of this person attentively. Turn up one's nose at something. When you reject something because you think it is not good enough for you. A pain in the neck. This expression describes a person who is very irritating and annoying. To get cold feet. It means to begin to hesitate about doing things. You are no longer sure whether you want to do it or not. Foot the bill. It means to pay for something. Keep someone on their toes. Make them stay alert and ready for action at any time. Give somebody the cold shoulder. It means to deliberately ignore someone. Pull somebody's leg. Teasing somebody by telling them something that is not true. On the tip of your tongue, a word or an answer that you are sure you know, but you have difficulty finding it. Have your hands full? You are very busy and you have a lot of to do. Keep your fingers crossed. Hope that something will be successful. So, collecting the idioms with the words belonging to one group, it is the most easiest way to learn the idioms or to remember them. I have introduced you the idioms with body parts, so your task is to find the group of idioms for other categories: animals, nature, food, money, sport, and colors. Try to collect as many idioms as you can and find their definition. Try to learn them. And of course, after learning, you should use them in your speech in order to make them active.